maybe a little too early, but no problems on the way down.
Well, at 8 o'clock, you go against the Jackets, who are in first place. They've won every district game, 14-0, and they're also 23-1 overall. Quite a record and nationally ranked.
I've been very impressed with the job that Coach Marisa has done this year, losing a player of Harold Hammond's ability, graduating players like Don Crawford and Paul Stanley, and being able to put together a season like he has. Certainly, he deserves a lot of credit for that.
Now, this will be, perhaps, who knows, the last trip to Waynesburg for you for a while, because you recently have decided to change to Division II NCAA. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. We will be, hopefully, a Division II member next year.
So, which conference would you be playing in, Tom, in the Division II?
We'll be going into Division II as an independent, and hopefully Mercyhurst, which is very close to us, is also an independent, and there's some talk that some other schools may be going that direction in the next few years. So we won't be going into a conference right away, but hopefully down the road might be able to form one.
That's a big decision for a school to change things like that from an NAIA school to NCAA. Does it take much paperwork and planning?
Not so much paperwork as it does planning. We had to sit down, and it took several months to compile some statistics on which would be better for us to remain in the NAIA or to go to the NCAA, and it took into consideration people such as our director of admissions, our president was involved, there was a council made up of faculty members involved, so it was not just a decision that was made by the athletic director. It was a decision that took several months to make, and a lot of planning went into that decision.
Now, you have not just boys basketball at Pitt Bradford, but you have many other sports, and you're athletic director. Can you enumerate some of those?
Yes, we currently have men's and women's basketball. We have a baseball team, a women's volleyball team, a golf team, and a soccer team. We'll be adding cross country for both men and women next year, and a softball team also. So I think we have quite a bit to offer to a wide number of athletes.
Now, the NCAA, will that give you, think, a recruiting edge on other things, on other schools around you?
Yes, one of the things that we were finding in recruiting up in our area, in this area, I think a lot of people are familiar with the NAIA, but in our area, there aren't that many NAIA schools, and when we go out recruiting, one of the first things that we had to overcome was the question, what is the NAIA? All I've ever heard of is the NCAA. And so I think that's one of the things that went into our decision.
Okay, Coach, now, tonight, for Pitt Bradford, now you've had a tough season. I think you're 7-20 overall, 4-11 in District 18. And tonight, what do you expect to do against the Jackets? Do you have a philosophy?
We're just hoping that we don't go out and embarrass ourselves. It has been a tough season. Had we not thrown some people off the team, I think it would have been an easier season, but that's something that we can't look back on. I was very encouraged. I was looking at the pictures, and I saw in the early 70s that Coach Marisa had like a 5-15 season, so that's encouraging to me to see that you can rise from a season like this and end up having a great deal of success.
Who will ever forget Chuck Noll at 1-13 in 1969, and from then on, the 70s were the Steelers, and I'm sure Pitt Bradford, under your tutorage, will make a great change. And I was impressed by some of the players when I was at Bradford, Tom Deere especially, playing the center position for you.
Ted has really done a nice job for us this year, especially after everything happened. He was kind of a kid who was in a shell, and he's taken on a leadership role. He's played hard, played aggressively, and really done a nice job both offensively and defensively for us.
In District 18, you need the muscle under the board, and I'm sure Ted Deere is the guy that can do it for you. We have also Eddie Robinson, who scores for you, quite a player.
Eddie, his talent is, I think, still untapped. He, I think, is going to be, by the time he's a senior, one of the top small college players in the area.
Okay, now that's two of your starters, I'm sure. Who are the other three this evening, Coach?
Jerome Felix will be starting at the point guard position for us. Tim Lugold will be our off guard, and Dave Crozier, I'm sorry, will be our small forward.
Well, good luck to you and the Pitt Bradford Panthers here at College Gym this evening, Tom.
Oh, thank you very much.
When we return, our guest will be head coach Ruth.
Sometimes it's hard to remember back in November and December, a Christmas tournament at Washington at Trinity High School. Does that seem like it was in the same century?
It does seem a long time ago. The beginning of the season seems like a long time ago, and the first game of the year up at West Liberty seems like a long time ago. Here we are, ready to play our last game, Frank.
Well, now you have a tremendous year going. You're 23-1, won 23 games, and only lost one to Lock Haven in overtime on January the 4th, 1986. This game tonight against Pitt Bradford, this is their final game perhaps with you, depending on the playoff shakeups, but they are going to NCAA.
That's right, and I'm not concerned about that. I'm concerned about putting this one in a hopper and beginning our preparations Monday for the playoffs. As I mentioned when we last played Thursday night, tomorrow morning at 10:30 I'll be at a meeting at Point Park College, and along with a group of District 18 Executive Committee members, we will sort out the playoff situation. I expect that we will be playing here next Friday, but I am not sure who we will be assigned to play. There are several variables, what we're going to do with Roberts Wesleyan, who didn't play everybody, and it's a little more complicated than last year, but I'll get the word out tomorrow evening to the news media who we play, and take it from there.
Rudy, you've been playing these teams on the bottom of the line now in District 18. That doesn't mean that they can't come up and surprise someone. You had to take some coaching and some shakeups to get the team on track on Thursday night, didn't you?
Well, yeah, nothing is a sure thing, and today I'm told by the boys that several Division I teams in the top 10 lost, and they watch more of those games than I do, but the outstanding teams are losing. North Carolina lost the other day, and even in the NAIA, there are 3 teams under us. The first place team, the 6th place team, and the 8th place team who lost this week, Frank. So we're kind of hoping we'll move up Monday when the next and very last standings in the NAIA hits the press.
Well, as anyone knows, the standings at the end of the year do determine seeding in Kansas City, and a high number, or a low number seed, I should say, is recommended by a team that goes there. You seem to get the 32nd or 30th place team to get to play against.
Right. The higher we are seeded, supposedly the lesser the opponent, but that doesn't mean a whole lot either, because they'll be out there and one of those teams fired up, and we don't even know if we're going to get there. That's what my concern is. Frank, you know, there's so much irony to this. As I was telling you a few minutes before we went on the air, I think our record, I'm talking at home here over the last 3 years, is 47-1. And I just can hardly believe that we've done that. Certainly we spoiled our home fans. They come and expect us to win every time. Probably good reason if we're 47-1, but it's so doggone ironical that we should lose in the playoffs and with all that success just not be permitted to go down to Kansas City this particular year.
Well, the way District 18 has their playoffs, if you lose one game, you're out, and it's a tough way to go. But all the teams come to the top seeds home court. So I guess that's the part that kind of evens things out. When you have people coming in and 1,500 Waynesburg fans look them in the eye, it's tough to win. At Waynesburg College, as you said, 47-1 is quite a track record.
Yeah, it's tough to win, but it's still there's still a tremendous risk. You know, the other team getting sky high, and we'll be playing somebody that we've beaten twice already. Mainly because we've already beaten everybody twice, with the exception of St. Vincent's and Robert Wesleyan that didn't play us. But anyway, I am very concerned about being eliminated in the playoffs.
Okay, so thanks very much, Frank and Rudy Marisa. That's our pregame show for tonight, brought to you before every Yellow Jacket broadcast by First National Bank and Trust Company, where they remind you you're first with us. Now, stay tuned for Yellow Jacket basketball coming up next on WANB-FM. Now, you're talking good times, and Stroh's is spoken here. By Cooper Tires, distributed by Cohen Oil Company of Washington. Kentucky Fried Chicken, they do chicken right. Also brought to you in part by Microscan Satellite Sales of Waynesburg, Barnes Furniture and Appliance, Midtown Auto Sales, Green and Washington Street, First National Bank of Carmichael, Greene County's hometown bank, Swiss Athletic Shop on Market Street, Carmichael, Wayne Lumber Company for all your building and remodeling needs, Bartoletti's Restaurant in Fredericktown, Sergeant Satellite of Waynesburg, Furniture South, the House of Irresistibles, and Mario's Pizza in the Green Plaza for honest-to-goodness fresh pizza. Good evening, everybody. Live from College Gym in Waynesburg. Again, John Loper with Frank Music. Yellow Jacket basketball on FM 103. Final game of the regular season. The UPB Panthers, Pitt Bradford in town to wind up the regular season campaign against the Yellow Jackets as the Jackets go for their 16th win in a row here tonight, looking to finish the year, the regular season, with a perfect, unblemished 16-0 record in District 18, something that hasn't been done by a District 18 school since I don't know when, and I don't know why. I didn't look that up this afternoon before I came to the gym here tonight, but you can bet I'll have that figure for you for the first playoff broadcast. It'll be interesting to find out when was the last time a team rolled through District 18 in the regular season undefeated. The Yellow Jackets will start their usual starting five. Let's take a look at UPB. They will start at guard Jerome Felix, the freshman, 6'1", Baltimore, Maryland, averaging 5 points a game, and Tim Lubold, another freshman, 6'1", from Sheffield, Pennsylvania, averaging 3 points a ball game. Along the back line, Dave Crozier. He's another freshman, 6'3", Sheffield, Pennsylvania, 9 points a ball game. Ted Deere will be the center, 6'7", senior from Garwood, New Jersey, 11 points a ball game, just off of a career high showing of 33 points the other night against Roberts Wesleyan. And the best athlete by far on the Pitt Bradford team, real thoroughbred, Eddie Robinson, just a sophomore, 6'5", out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, averaging 17 points a ball game and 12.5 rebounds a game. That's good enough to be ranked 9th in the nation in the NAIA in rebounding. And he's been hot lately. He scored 89 points in his last 3 games. A name you'll hear a lot tonight, Eddie Robinson. Those are the starting lineups for tonight's game, while this big crowd, and I mean big crowd at College Gym, is introduced to the starters by PA announcer Larry Piper. Let's take this 2-minute timeout. We'll be back here at College Gym in 2 minutes after this. An impressive crowd tonight for this final game of the season, meaningless insofar as the district standings are concerned on a rather wintry Saturday night in Greene County. But I look around and I see a face just about every seat in this place, and one of the biggest crowds of the year. Frank, before we get to the national anthem, the officials for tonight's game.
The officials this evening will be Jim Julian and Dave Wiley.
Okay, so the coaches now are being introduced after all the players have been introduced to the fans. Those officials' names will be passed along to the crowd here at College Gym, and then they'll be on their feet. And ladies and gentlemen, from College Gym in Waynesburg with pride, here is our national anthem. Take an opportunity before they get the ball game underway just to remind you that high school playoffs begin next week, and Waynesburg Central High boys and girls both involved this year in the WPIAL playoffs, and we will have a game on Tuesday night We'll also have a game on Wednesday night. The boys play on Tuesday against Southmoreland. The girls play Wednesday against the East Allegheny. We'll have both games for you live on WANB. Okay, Frank, any final thoughts from you before we get it underway?
It is the final home game regular season for the Jackets, and this will be the seniors are Tim McConnell starting and Chuck Collins. Only 2 seniors in the Yellow Jackets lineup.
Okay, we're get the ball game underway, and the opening tap is controlled by the Panthers of UPB. With the basketball is Jerome Felix over on the right side, working in the guard position, goes into the corner to Robinson on the right, back outside he comes to the off-guard Lubold. Lubold cross court to Felix. The long alley-oop underneath the Robinson's broken up. Waynesburg out of the loose ball. Add to McConnell, Jackets on the run. Timmy into forecourt, in the lane, dishes off, jumper, Hope inside, good! They're on Hope, 6-foot jumper baseline off the dish from Tim McConnell. Jackets call first blood. It's a 2-0 basketball game.
Theron started with his patented 6-footer.
So now the Jackets back in their zone, and the Panthers attacking all the time on the left side of Robinson. The fakes the lob down low, comes back outside to Lubold. Around the horn it goes. Deere has it deep in the corner on the right. He's tied up. Back out to Lubold. Fakes into the lane. Now pulls up, goes back to Deere on the right wing. Felix moves over to take the... No, they go cross court with the pass to Lubold. Now back to Felix at the point. Into the corner, Deere. Jumper from the side and a short. Rebounds loose. Up with it is Pushkar. Jackets looking for the break. In the lane goes McConnell. Bounce pass underneath. Pushkar up good. It was McConnell to Hope to Pushkar on the wing. So Hope gets the assist. McConnell set it all up. Rick Pushkar on the money end. And the fans love it. Jackets on top 4-0. We've used a minute and 15 seconds of the game. Once again, the Panthers on the attack against the Waynesburg zone, but again, they have trouble penetrating inside. They have to go in the corner to Robinson on the right. He gets it right back, a little bounce pass from Lubold. Bounce pass back outside to Felix. Now to Robinson off the give and go. Jumper from the side, no good. Rebound tapped out to McConnell. Another Yellow Jacket pass break. Timmy down the lane. Dishes off baseline. It goes out of bounds. Tim had the shot, elected to give up the dish. Tried to hit Darren Walls coming on the baseline. It went flying out of bounds. It'll be Panther basketball.
On that high-powered offensive fast break, sometimes turnovers are prevalent. That time it was, as Tim McConnell didn't get the snappy pass off and it was knocked out of bounds.
Still a 4-0 basketball game, and again, the Panthers delivered against the Waynesburg zone. They try the left side with Robinson. It's all clogged up. They go around the horn on the right. Deere has it in the corner. Tries to get a bounce pass along the baseline. Can't do. Back outside to Felix. The ball's knocked away out of bounds by Waynesburg. That was Pushkar. Got a hand on it to rip it away from Felix, and the Jackets will inbound it. Check that. The Panthers will inbound it right in front of the Yellow Jacket bench.
Waynesburg very active on the wing position on the zones with the long arms. Rick Pushkar knocking it away.
The inbounds comes back out to Felix. Jerome dishes off in the corner. Over there on the other side to Crozier. First time he's handled the ball tonight. Back out to Lubold. Again, Crozier in the corner right side. Fakes the lob down low. Now goes low post to Robinson, and as he makes the power move, he's grabbed in the lane. Robinson draws the personal foul.
Rick Pushkar picking up his first and team first foul of the ball game.
It'll be an inbounds play, I believe. They're lining up to shoot. I guess they may say Eddie Robinson fouled in the act of shooting. Takes a little imagination, but I guess if you do try to imagine it hard enough, that is the case, and he's at the line now to shoot two.
He's whacked in the act.
Yeah.
Jim Julian says.
First one is up, and it's good. Eddie scored, as I said, 89 points in his last 3 ball games. He's averaging 17 points a game, 12 and a half rebounds. Good-looking sophomore, 6'5". And he makes them both. So they finally got onto the board. It's a 2-point Waynesburg lead. Jackets quickly into forecourt off the inbounds play. They go to Walls baseline. Back outside McConnell. Jumper Timmy. No. Tap up. Good Pushkar.
Rick Pushkar, tremendous on the offensive board. Really, that's something you don't look for Rick Pushkar to do, but he's done it so well since he's come in for the injured Harold Hamlin.
6-2. Jackets lead as the Panthers again extract his zone deliberately. This time left side again to Robinson. Robinson trying to get inside. He got Crozier posted up, but he can't get to it. Now Robinson underneath off the alley-oop, and he draws the whistle as he goes inside with the pass, working against Rick Pushkar, and I believe Rick has picked up his second personal foul.
Rick, yes, and the second team foul, and Rick trying to stop the lob pass, committed the foul before the shot this time, so it'll be inbounded by Pitt Bradford under their own basket.
All right, and Felix does the inbounding, the little bounce pass to Crozier, back out to Lubold, almost stolen away by Waynesburg. Felix picks up the loose ball, a 15-foot jumper, in and out. Rebound, Deere up and good. Deere, the first bucket of the night for the Panthers, and it's a 6-5 basketball game. 6-4 should be. Score is wrong. Wall's jumper, good for Waynesburg. Darren Wall's little 6-foot jumper from the baseline. Darren makes it a 4-point Waynesburg lead again. It is 8-4. That is the score. They had 5 for the Panthers just for a minute or two in a scoreboard, but they've gotten it straightened out now. Again, the Panthers work left side as they come into forecourt to Robinson. Back to Felix. Felix into the lane. Ball knocked loose. Felix gets it back, puts it up, blocked. Loose ball. Robinson tracks it down, dribbles through traffic, and brings it back outside.
Montgomery with a block that time in the paint.
In the corner it goes. Jumper Crozier in and out. Rebounds loose. Up with it is Deere. And he's tied up on the way up by Theron Hogue. Ted Deere got the rebound, but on the way back, way back up, Theron got all ball. Tied him up, and off the alternate possession, Jackets will inbound it in backcourt.
Theron, a defensive specialist for 2 years now. He does it all. He is really, truly, possibly a candidate for All-American.
It is a 4-point Waynesburg lead, 8-4. We've used 4 minutes of the basketball game. Push guard jumper, Waynesburg good from 15 feet away. Rick Pushkar pumps it in. He's got a half dozen, and the Jackets own their biggest lead of the night, 6 points. Now full court pressure for the Jackets, and the Panthers, Felix in backcourt, trapped near midcourt, still not over the timeline. Now they break the timeline to Robinson. Eddie goes along the baseline. Crozier, jumper, no. Rebound, Robinson, turns, fires, no, blocked. Rebound, Hogue for Waynesburg. Ahead to McConnell. Jackets on the run. Timmy in the lane. Pulls up, dishes off Montgomery. No! Rebound, Robinson for the Panthers, and we come the other way.
Robbie was there, but didn't get the roll that time on the basket. Nice assist by McConnell, but no collection.
So again, the Panthers looking to cut the Waynesburg lead to 4 as Felix throws it to Robinson on the right side. On the wing, goes back out top of the key to Lubold. Around the horn it goes. Baseline Deere, jumper good, foul call.
Over the back that time, Eddie Robinson, but the field goal will count by Deere. And Eddie Robinson with a push.
So Deere gets the bucket. That's 4 tonight for him thus far. And the foul also against the Panthers. Their their first team foul. And it's a 10-6 basketball game. 15 minutes left to play in the first half. Here's Waynesburg's forecourt. They go to Walls deep in the corner. Theron Hogue on the left. Back to McConnell. Foul line pulls up, goes around the horn. Baseline Walls. Jumper. Yes. Darren Walls drills it from 10 along the baseline. And it's a 12-6 game. Again, forecourt pressure by the Yellow Jackets. And Panthers still in backcourt with it. Felix, long pass breaks the timeline. Into forecourt to Deere. Baseline Crozier. Shot up good. Crozier was alone on the baseline. Deere hit him with a nice shot from midcourt. 12-8. Here's Waynesburg again. McConnell this time puts on the brakes. He crosses the center court and now moves from the top of the key. Goes to Pushkar on the right wing. Rick fakes down low. Back to McConnell. McConnell 15-foot shot is blocked. Robinson up with a loose ball. And Eddie dishes it off in backcourt to Felix. And the Panthers are now trotted into forecourt. Derek Samuels getting ready to check in for the Yellow Jackets for a stoppage of play. Here's Felix again going to Robinson, this time on the right side. That's the way they set up everything. Go to Eddie and then work it around. Felix goes around the horn, deep into the corner. Deere, low post jumper, good. Ted Deere has a half dozen, and it's a 2-point Waynesburg lead. The Jackets quickly into forecourt. Walls, a behind-the-back dribble, then put on the brakes and waited for McConnell to come to the point, cleared it to him. Now baseline, Theron Hogue, drive, shoots, no good, but he's fouled.
Ted Deere, the guilty party, really put a move on the baseline. Theron that time got past Ted Deere. He was just standing there and got him from the back.
Rob Montgomery gets a breather at the 13:45 mark in the first half as Derek Samuels is in to replace him. Montgomery's been bothered off and on with back trouble all season long. Looked a little uncomfortable as he came by us, Frank.
If you watch the highlight film on Rudy Maurice and the Yellow Jackets Tuesday night, one of the comments that came out of Rudy, he was taped and wired for sound, was, Rob, if your back hurts, you can lay down. Right here. You remember that, John?
Okay, at the line, Theron Hogue makes the first.
Rudy really cares for the young men on the floor, and in both ways. He doesn't want anyone getting hurt.
Second one, Hogue, good. So T makes it a 4-point Waynesburg lead again, 14-10, 13:45 left to play in the first half. Game a lot tighter here than it was up at Pitt Bradford back on the 29th of January. Jackets led by 20 at the half in that game. Now a whistle as the Panthers move it into forecourt. Somebody from Waynesburg got a sneaker on the ball, kicking it, and Bradford will inbound it from midcourt. Robinson inbounds it to Lubo. Lubo back outside to Felix. Top of the key. Now baseline. Low post. Pass knocked away. Up with it is Samuels. From the steal from Fairmount Hogue. Ahead to McConnell. McConnell fast break in the lane. Dishes it off. Hogue jumper. No. Rebounds loose. Robinson picks it off. One of the leading rebounders in the nation, showing why right there. Quick reflexes. And the ball was bouncing around like a pinball in the lane, and he just snapped it out of the air. Now a steal by Waynesburg. Hogue on the steal, ahead to Walls. Darren Walls, bounce past Timmy McConnell. Cross court to push guard, drive, shoot, good!
Push guard is the man that puts the sting to you. He did a reverse layup that time, took the baseline, and the feed came from McConnell.
16-10. Jackets, another steal at midcourt by Fairmount Hogue. Ahead to Walls into forecourt. In the lane, McConnell. Cross court, baseline, push guard, shoot, good! Rick Pushkar is on fire with 10 points, and Tom Ackerman wants timeout. 12:43 left in the point lead with 12:43 left to go in the first half, and Frank Jackets pretty much having their way underneath despite the presence of one of the top rebounders in the nation.
Eddie Robinson is an athlete, can jump and very quick reactions, and I think that's his plus. Is he can his reactions are a little quicker than most people, and can get to the rebound before you can even think about it. But the steal at midcourt area is costing Bradford plenty because they can't even use the boards, and Eddie Robinson's ability, they can't get it that far.
Okay, here comes Pitt Bradford into forecourt. It's Felix working against McConnell, almost a steal as Felix dribbles over on the left side. And now down along the baseline, in the lane, turns and fires, no good. Rebound, Robinson, no good. Rebound, Waynesburg. Walls tapped it to McConnell. Waynesburg on the run. Timmy back to Walls on the wing. Puts it up, no good. Follow good by Samuels.
That's a team effort that time. Great assist. And Darren Walls didn't get the roll, but Samuels, he took care of it with a follow.
Derek Samuels filling the lane on the break, follows it up, and it's 20-10. Jackets want a 10-point lead. Their biggest advantage thus far in a ball game that has seen them lead the entire way. And a turnover as Bradford goes into forecourt deep in the corner. Jackets get it back.
They're going to call a foul on Eddie Robinson for a push-off. He had the ball, and with the offhand, he pushed off in order to clear the baseline. And an offensive foul on Eddie Robinson.
Third team foul against the Panthers with 11:55 to go in the first half. Jackets bring it into forecourt. McConnell goes to Pushkar in the wing. Shoot hit. Rick Pushkar is deadly tonight. 12 points in the first 9 minutes of basketball.
Rick named player of the game on Thursday night against the Houghton Highlanders here at College.
And here's Waynesburg, check that, Waynesburg on defense. Pitt Bradford in the lane, pass to a new number, just checked in, Joe Hannon. And Hannon is hammered as he gets a pass down low there in traffic. And that'll be a foul on the Yellow Jackets and an inbounds play by the Panthers.
Team third there on Hogue's first personal foul.
Jackets lead by 12. Panthers with the basketball. Felix looking to inbound it, in a little trouble. Now gets it to Hannon deep in the corner. Fakes down low, goes cross court to Robinson. Eddie Robinson moves, waits for Felix to come outside. Shovels it off to him. Now to Hannon on the baseline. Can't get in. Now a bounce pass, low post, turnaround jumper, good. Down low there by Tim Lugold, his first bucket of the night. And it's 22-12.
That was Ted Deere, John, on
Excuse me.
the baseline.
All right, Deere, that's 8 for him. Okay, and here's Waynesburg, McConnell to Samuels, the baseline Walls, jumper from the side, good. Darren Walls pumps it in, this time from about 8 feet out. He's getting further away every time. Gets, he started off with a 3-foot jumper baseline, then to 6 foot, now he's about 8 foot. Pretty soon it'll be deep in the corner. Here's a drive, Felix, Bradford, no good, but a foul on the rebound. Samuels crashing the boards, picks up the personal foul.
At that time, penetrating was Jerome Felix. And his penetration took him under the basket, and while going up for the rebound, Derek Samuels went over his back for his first personal, and team fourth as Bradford inbounds it.
And they do so to Hannon deep in the corner to the right side. In the lane, Robinson, drive, shoots, good. Eddie Robinson has only 4 points so far, but he'll have a bunch before we're done. Jackets off the inbound play, go baseline, Pushkar up and good. He just explode off that inbound play, and Pushkar got a strike right to him along the baseline, and a nice athletic move saw it go up and in.
He lost his balance, and while falling, he threw it up against the glass, and bam, it went through in a real high arc.
26-14, Yellow Jackets. And here's Felix forecourt, dribbles through the lane, now down low to Robinson. Robinson shot up good. After putting it to the floor, Eddie Robinson, he got it up and down. He all of a sudden has a half a dozen. Here's Waynesburg again quickly in the forecourt. Now McConnell pulls up. dribbles through the circle and now lobs it down low to Theron Hogue. Theron loses it in the lane. Up with it is Deere for Bradford. He'll clear it in backcourt to Felix. Long pass in the forecourt. Comes to Lubo. Back to Felix coming down the lane. Pulls up at the foul line. And now looks on the wing and nobody there. Has to shovel it off to Lubo. Lubo starts on the right side. Turns. Fires through the lane, but it walks to the basketball. I believe forced into the walk by good defensive moves by Darren Wall.
In the paint, Darren Wall is very active, and he did cause the turnover and guilty of traveling with the Pitt Bradford Panthers.
10-point basketball game as we're down inside 9 minutes and 45 seconds left to play in the first half. Jackets go to push guard, down low post by Hogue, into Samuels, up and in. Hogue passed it, a bounce pass through traffic in the lane to Samuels at the other post, and Derrick was equal to the challenge. It's 28-16. There's Bradford, flipped to the forecourt again to Hannon, pulls up, he's trapped on the baseline, goes in the lane, shot up and good by Crozier, I believe. No, that was Lubo. His first two of the night, 28-18. Jackets again go to push guard on the right side. Back out to Walls. Walls fakes in the lane, goes to McConnell. Top of the key. Jumper. No. Rebound. Samuels up and no. Rebound. Bradford. Foul call.
Derrick went after it again after losing position on the 4-foot jump shot. He lost position. Boxed out. Went over the back of a Pitt Bradford rebounder and called for his second personal, team fifth.
So here the Panthers have a chance to cut the Waynesburg lead to 8 if they can score with this possession. Here's Felix in the forecourt and goes to a pass with Lubo. They trap him near midcourt, but he breaks it with a long pass to Deere. Shot up, no good. Rebound, Waynesburg. Foul called. Hannon on Pitt Bradford over the back of Theron Hogue.
Joe Hannon right over the back. You're exactly right, John. It's Theron. Beautiful job of boxing out. Theron does a lot of things if you come to the basketball game. Watch him pick and screen down in the paint on the offense and box out on the defensive boards.
So here's Waynesburg again into forecourt. McConnell goes top of the key to Walls. Over on the left side to Theron Hogue. Low post. Samuels shot up good. Derek Samuels with a power move after getting the pass. Puts it up and down. And now we have a Panther hurt. And I believe it's Eddie Robinson. Boy, that's something they cannot afford to see happen at Pitt Bradford. Anything happen to Eddie Robinson because, as we said, he's by far the finest athlete on the team. But Eddie's hurt. He's down under the Waynesburg basket at this time.
Well, what happened that time is Derek Samuels put a move on him, and he was in incidental contact, and it was a little more incidental for Eddie. He won't agree with that call. It was a no call, and Tom Ackerman also got chirping at Jim Julian walking by. He thought that there should have been a charge on it, but to no avail, and the field goal was good by Derek Samuels at 6 points on for Derek.
So Eddie Robinson comes out of the ball game. Crozier's back in, and they just take a look at Eddie Robinson on the bench. The way he walked off, Frank, I feel certain he will be back. Half is up. There's 8:33 left to play in the first half. Jackets lead 30-18. Here's Pitt Bradford in the forecourt. Felix trapped in midcourt. Pressed through the trap with a pass to Crozier. Baseline Deere. Power move. Shot up. No, but a whistle on the play. Going to get a foul on Waynesburg.
Nice move by Chet here on the baseline. He's doing a great job. Theron Hogue picking up his second personal foul. Eddie Robinson, as you predicted, John, right back in. But that left knee is a little gimpy. He's not really has not a nice quick step with it. He's guarding it slightly. It's braced up anyway.
And you'll see a nice pack go by as Mr. Gardner goes to attend to some things at the Bradford bench.
And Terry Clark buzzes past. He's ready to go in the game.
Ted Deere at the line for Bradford, and he makes the first.
Bradford as a team is 3 for 3 from the charity stripe. Theron Hogue goes out. Terry Clark in, and wow, you want to see a super sub. Terry Clark has been playing super basketball, coming in for 4 and 5 minutes at a time.
Deere's second attempt from the stripe is also good. That puts him in the double figures at 10, makes it 30-20. Waynesburg leads with the ball. Darren Wall deep in the corner on the left side. Back out to McConnell. And Timmy will trot it over on the right. Now in the lane, Samuels. Power move. Derek loses it out of bounds. Derek put it to the floor. Tried to get that little power move against Robinson once again. This time Robinson just there to head him off the pass.
He went to the left that time and put it down. That was what it cost him. It was stripped and then bounced off his knee.
Bradford quickly in the forecourt. Felix goes on the baseline. Ball's knocked loose, and there to track it down is Crozier. Back out to Felix. He drives. He shoots. It's no good. Rebound Robinson. Up and good.
Eddie's an offensive rebounder, and the Jackets are going to have to box him out, or he'll do it every time.
Panthers have pulled back within 8. 7:45 left to go. Jackets at a 12-point lead. Alley-oop, Samuels, no good. Follow, Samuels, no good. Rebound, Samuels, and he's tied up. It'll be Panther basketball. Derek Samuels first misses the alley-oop, then misses the follow.
And Tom Ackerman up, this time not yelling at the officials, but his team for not getting on the defensive boards. Tom's a rebound fanatic, and when he sees the Jackets with 3 attempts, he really got upset.
So now, look at this. Bradford can come back within 6 at 7:35 to go in the first half if they can score this possession. No, steal by Waynesburg. Pushkar off the steal, goes to McConnell. Back to Pushkar, down the lane, good! 16 tonight for Rick Pushkar in the first half. That is 32-22.
Rick's been the guy in the right place on the fast break and collecting them all. He has a nice 15-footer to his credit also.
Okay, here's the Panthers again. Jackets swarming on defense. The Panthers throw long cross-court bombs. Now they finally get into the lane. Crozier drives and shoots good. Dave Crozier, his second bucket of the night, 32-24. Jackets long pass off the inbound baseline. Walls. Darren with a move and a shot, no. Rebound Robinson for Bradford. And Robinson clears it in backcourt. Darren was too far under the basket after getting that long pass. Never quite could get in position to put it back up. So now here's Bradford into the lane. Crozier, ball knocked loose out of bounds. Waynesburg's ball. They say last touch by a Panther.
Jim Lubold had the ball and had a break when he lost the ball out of bounds in the paint and kicking against the wall. With Pushkar inbounds it to Tim McConnell.
Jackets lead by 8. Here's McConnell in the forecourt for the high-flying Yellow Jackets. They go baseline off the give and go back to Pushkar from Samuels. It's knocked out of bounds. It'll be Waynesburg's ball, stripped away by a Panther. I believe Felix there to spoil the give and go.
Joe Hannon that time undercutting should have been guilty of the foul, but not called.
Jackets inbounded out to Pushkar around the horn to Walls to McConnell. Down low, Clark. Shot up, Terry Clark. No good. Follow, no good. Samuels rebound, shoots. No good, but he's fouled. Derek Samuels can't buy a bucket underneath. Cannot buy one. He'll now go to the line to shoot 2.
He's on the right side shooting left-handed. Has a lot to do with the spin, John, on that particular one. Joe Hannon picks it up, his second personal foul, and for Bradford, their team 5th. Again, Derek Samuels, a left-handed player, that time was on the right side of the basket, and the spin that's on your hand is a little bit different. The same shot on the left goes right in.
Well, he gets one from 15 feet. Has a little trouble from the 2- and 3-foot area, but from 15 out, he's not bad, and he makes the first. Actually, 63% free throw shooter on the season. I have him for 7 already. Is that correct?
Exactly right.
Wiley collects 7 points. Could have 12. One of those bunnies on it. Second one, no good. Rebound, Robinson for Bradford. And the Panthers will bring it into forecourt. Felix pulls up at the timeline. Now goes cross-court and into forecourt. It goes to Crozier. Down low, Robinson. Pass in the lane. Stolen away by McConnell, but he couldn't keep from going out of bounds. Timmy tried to tiptoe along the baseline after coming in front and stealing that basketball on the pass, but couldn't quite keep from going out of bounds. His momentum carried him out.
Took him into the tulips, John.
Yes. And inbounded to Robinson, up and in. Robinson coming down the lane off the inbounds, puts it in, and it's a 33-26 basketball game as Pushkar hits to the baseline for Waynesburg. Jackets waste no time getting it into forecourt. Rick Pushkar, 18 in the first half, 35-26 Waynesburg, 5:45 left to play in the first half. Here are the Panthers with the forecourt. It's Hannon into the lane. Robinson up and good. The back door was open. Robinson now has collected 12, and we get a whistle off the inbounds play. Let's see what that's all about.
It's a warning, John, for Pitt Bradford to leave the ball go once it goes through the basket, or they'll be called for a technical foul the next time they interfere with it.
35-28 the score. The Jackets on top with the ball. McConnell slots it over the timeline. Now goes to Pushkar, wing right side, into corner to Samuels. Back to Pushkar, give and go, baseline, blocked. Bounce pass to the paint is knocked away out of bounds. It'll be Waynesburg's ball. Somebody from the Panthers knocked that away as they were trying to hit Terry Clark on the other side of the lane.
Darren Walls comes out, the freshman, and the junior Theron Hogue replaces him. So back line will be Derek Samuels and Harold Hamlin, and helped out by Terry. Did I say Harold Hamlin?
Yeah.
Sorry, Derek Samuels, Terry Clark, and Theron Hogue.
All right.
How's that?
Okay, here's
What a night.
to Samuels deep in the corner, baseline, back to McConnell. foul line, fakes a shot, goes to Theron Hogue on the wing. He shoots. It's no good. Rebound is taken by Clark. Puts it up. No! Oh, bounced around the iron, came off, and Robinson there to pull it down.
Couldn't come any closer. Going in, Terry Clark did right there. Yeah, we're going to get Harold handling that lineup somehow, John, tonight.
There's almost a walk by the Panthers' Lubold as he comes into forecourt. They go to Hannon, now back to Lubold at the point. Robinson on the right wing, left wing that is. He fakes inside, now goes back out Felix, top of the circle. Over on the right it goes, Hannon in the corner. Has it now in the lane, Robinson. Robinson drives, shoots, good. Eddie Robinson has 14, and it's 35-30. Look at this. The Panthers have quietly snuck back into this ball game after trailing by 12 points. They now trail by just 5 with 4:15 left to play in the first half.
And it's all done by expert shooting, high percentage shooting by Eddie Robinson from 1 foot.
And poor shooting by Waynesburg. Here's Derek Samuels. Drive, shoots, no good. Charge call, foul against Waynesburg. Now the Panthers have a chance to cut the lead to 3.
Totally amazing, but Eddie Robinson able to do what he wants to do in the Jackets. When they do miss and don't get the rebound, Eddie Robinson takes it in, uncontested on defense. But Rob Montgomery, I think, is going to change that. He's going to come in, I'm sure, for Derek Samuels.
All right, here come the Panthers attacking now on the Waynesburg zone on the left side of Robinson. Back out top of the key to Lubold, around the horn to Hannon in the corner. On the right side, Hannon with a dribble now pulls up and kicked away by Theron Hogue. Kicked about 7-8 rows up in the bleachers, as a matter of fact. And the Panthers will inbound it from the side at their end of the floor.
Looked like a Pittsburgh Spirit game that time. They are the soccer team, John.
Oh, I know that, yes. One of my favorite soccer teams.
That's the Tulips and the...
All right, a steal by Waynesburg underneath. They head to McConnell. They got a fast break. McConnell into forecourt, pulls up at the foul line, puts it up. It's rejected by Felix, and Hannon tracks it down in the corner. Jerome Felix there to reject the layup by the little guy, Tim McConnell. And now once again, the Panthers can come back to within 3. 3:20 left to play in the first half. Felix fakes inside, goes to Robinson in the corner on the right. Looks down low, nothing there. Back out to Lubold. Right back to Robinson, high over his head. Now puts it to the floor, brings it back to Felix. At the point, lobs it baseline, other side Hannon. They trap him in the corner, and it's stolen away by Pushkar. Ball goes flying out of bounds. They say Waynesburg ball. Pushkar battling with Lubold for the loose ball after Rick stripped to Hannon, and the Jackets get it back.
Rick playing an outstanding game defensively and offensively so far. I believe he has 9 field goals for 18 points.
Jackets into forecourt. Montgomery has it in the corner. Back around the horn to Pushkar. Right side baseline. Theron Hogue can't get in. Back top of the key to McConnell. McConnell in the lane. Montgomery turnaround jumper is no good. Follow good. Ralph Montgomery follows his own shot. It's up and good. 37-30 Jackets lead.
Big time down the floor. The Jackets had to convert, and they needed the offensive boards to do it with a tip-in by Robbie Montgomery.
Panthers in the forecourt, baseline Robinson on the right side. Eddie with a dribble will bring it back out and now go to Felix at the point, and they'll try it on the left. On the wing goes now alley-oop underneath, no good, knocked away by Montgomery for Waynesburg. Loose ball cleared to McConnell. Timmy on the run in the lane, pulls up, dishes off Hogue, jumper, no. Rebound, Hogue at the foul line, jumper, yes. Theron Hogue. The rebound came, looked right to him. Look what I found at the 15-foot area, and he just pumped it in.
Paul Ackerman up, he went it over the back that time on Rob Montgomery, but no call.
39-30, Waynesburg leads. Inside 2 minutes to go in the half. A shot up from the foul line. Bradford no good. Rebound Hogue for Waynesburg. Ahead to McConnell. Here's the break. McConnell in the lane. Dishes off. Pushkar puts it in. Rick Pushkar, a little 8-footer from the baseline. 20 points in the first half for the Laurel Highlands product out of Uniontown. It's 41-30. In forecourt comes Robinson with the slam dunk for Bradford. He had one-on-one against Montgomery, and Robbie just let him go. And Robinson went up and jammed it in. 41-32.
Eddie Robinson's a player. He can play basketball.
Here's Waynesburg on the attack. McConnell takes it inside, dishes off back out to Hogue, and he hits. Theron Hogue again from the baseline. It's 43-32.
Theron rattled that one in. Nice shot from the foul line.
Again, full court pressure, but the Panthers break it. They come into forecourt with Crozier deep in the corner, and a jump ball tied up over there by Clark. And it's going to be Waynesburg's ball off the alternate possession. Fans are booing. They wanted walking, but it makes no difference. The end result is the same, Frank.
Yeah, the Jackets have the ball.
Same bottom line. We get it. So
And the way it's going now, that means Pitt Bradford will probably throw it in for the beginning of the second half because there's only 56 seconds and a running clock left as the Jackets lead 43-32.
McConnell inbounds. It goes baseline to Clark on the right. Back to Timmy. He's open. He pumps. It's no good. Rebounds loose to Hannon there to track it down near midcourt. He brings it into forecourt and stolen away by Theron Hogue. Back to go the other way with McConnell on the run, and he's fouled near midcourt. Theron Hogue snuck up behind Hannon, who is not the most athletic-looking basketball player you'll ever want to see as he was dribbling down the floor. I don't think Hannon still knows what happened.
Well, Hannon beat him to the ball for the first 2 or 3 steps on the sideline, but Theron waited to let him get past him, then came from behind him and batted him away. Timmy McConnell made a fantastic, Theron made a save, going out of bounds and flipped out.
And goes to Hogue, who's open, who shoots. It's no good. Followed no good by Pushkar. Rebound taken by Bradford. Crozier stolen away by Pushkar. Baseline Montgomery shot up, no good. Rebound Montgomery, 2 seconds to go. Ball knocked loose. Robbie tracked it down in the corner, but that's it. That's the end of the first half. The score, Waynesburg 43, Pitt Bradford 32. And we'll be back in 3 minutes after this 3-minute timeout. In the book.
Well, it's all Eddie Robinson in the first half for the Pitt Bradford Panthers. He had 16 points. He was 2 for 2 from the free throw line and had 2 personal fouls assessed to him. Dave Crozier had 1 field goal for 2 points, and Tim Lubold had a pair of field goals for 4 points and no fouls. Joe Hannon did not score but committed 2 fouls, and Ted Deere, the big man, had 1 personal foul, scored 10 points, a perfect 2 for 2 from the free throw line. For their 32 points in the first half, Pitt Bradford shot a perfect 4 for 4 from the free throw line, committed 3 personal fouls, and they have 4 timeouts remaining in the game. For the Yellow Jackets, Tim McConnell did not score in the first half and did not foul. Darren Walls had 6 points with no personal fouls. Theron Hogue had 8 points, 2 for 2 from the free throw line, and 2 personal fouls. Rick Pushkar, what can you say? Rick did most of the offensive work, getting a lot off the fast break and inside work with only 1 of the shots coming from 15 feet. He had 10 field goals for 20 points and 2 personal fouls. Rob Montgomery with 1 field goal for 2 points. Derek Samuels, a good job, 7 points, 1 for 2 from the line, and he has accrued 3 personal fouls. The Jackets have all 5 timeouts remaining, and they have committed 17 fouls in the first half, and they have scored 43. So the halftime score is Waynesburg College 43, Bradford 32.
And we'll be back in 3 minutes after this 3-minute timeout. To College Gym in Waynesburg, John Loper with Frank Busick. We're at halftime. The Jackets lead 43-32, and a little bit closer, Frank, to the game. You broadcast quite well up in Bradford, Pennsylvania, back on the 29th of January. It was a 20-point lead at halftime, if I recall.
Well, thank you, John, but the Jackets this time let Eddie Robinson roam loose on the boards, and he took advantage of the situation and fired up a bunch of points in the first half, 16 to be exactly correct. And in that game up at Bradford, he had 7 points in the first half only, and that's the big difference. But the second half, he whacked out 14 points. So look out. Eddie Robinson, let's see if they can close the door. Ted Deere was the guy that came alive second half at Bradford. If you remember the game, it was 90-62 final score in the game. But at one point, it was 54-28 at 16:20 remaining in the second half. So it was really a walk. It was the first real road trip the Jackets had after Lock Haven. And it was January the 24th and 25th. Now Bradford gets the ball to inbound it to start the second half.
43-32, Jackets lead as Felix brings it into forecourt for the Panthers. And they move to Robinson over on the wing on the left side. Robinson, bothered by Pushkar, comes back outside. Round the horn to Felix. Felix down low, low post. Deere shot up, no good, but he's fouled right away. And we get our first whistle of the second half in the first 15 seconds of play.
Darren Walls picks it up over the back, and the philosophy is to get it into Deere, and that's really the way they can at least play with the Jackets. I think they're going to cut Eddie Robinson off, and Deere will be the next likely suspect to score a bunch of points. He'll be open.
He's at the line now to shoot 2. First is good.
Ted Deere, perfect 3 for 3 from the line.
As we said at the top of the broadcast, coming into this game off of a career-high 33 against Robert Wesleyan the other night. Misses the second. Rebounds taken by Pushkar for Waynesburg. Ahead to McConnell. Jackets have a break going. Baseline Walls to Montgomery. Rejected, but a foul called. Montgomery going up after getting the pass from Walls was rejected from behind by Crozier, but a foul on the play.
And Tim Lubold picks up the personal. That will be his first foul of the game, team first of the second half.
So Montgomery will go to the line, having been fouled in the act. It's on the way, and it's way short. Almost an air ball. Just about caught the front of the iron. Robbie's second on the way. This one is good.
He gets the roll, hits the front of the iron, bounces off the board and in.
So we get full court pressure by the Yellow Jackets. Panthers break it. They get it to Robinson, and they trap him at midcourt. He goes to Felix. Felix from the point, now dribbles behind his back in the lane, dishes it off to Robinson, starts inside, pulls up, fires, no good. Rebound Montgomery, Waynesburg, ahead to McConnell on the run. Goes to Pushkar on the wing, in the lane, Walls, no, he missed the bunny. And the rebound goes to Pitt Bradford. Everything with a shot that time for Waynesburg. Panthers quickly into forecourt. Robinson working against Hope down low. Now pulls up, goes back outside to Lubold. Lubold and Felix, the two guards, work the perimeter of the zone now. Now a low post to Deere and a foul called over the back called on Rob Montgomery. And that'll be team foul 2 on Waynesburg.
There they come off by trying to lob the pass in a low post. They're posting up Rob Montgomery against Ted Deere. And Rob that time tried to reach over through Ted Deere to try to make the block of the pass, but he was called for the personal foul, his first.
Panthers inbounded, and it's stolen away by Theron Hogue for Waynesburg. Clear to McConnell near midcourt. Timmy pulls up now at the center stripe and just kind of trots it into forecourt. Moves top of the key, now goes in the lane to Hogue. He fakes, he shoots, no good. Tap up, no good. Hits the top of the backboard. It'll be Panther basketball. So the Jackets ice cold on the floor here in the second half.
The Jackets penetrating, but not getting a good handle on the ball. Eddie Robinson inbounds it now in the backcourt as the Jackets apply three-court pressure.
Still an 11-point Waynesburg lead, and the Panthers still in backcourt with it. Felix working with Lubold. Lubold still in backcourt, a 10-second violation. The half-court trap works to perfection, and the Panthers turn it over.
Very, very good defense by the Jackets, and unable to get across the 10-second line. Guilty of the violation of Pitt Bradford. That's in the two games that I remember at Point Park recently. The Jackets forced a 10-second turnover.
Jackets, McConnell fakes the shot, goes to Walls, foul line, jumper good. Darren Walls breaks the ice in the second half from the floor with a jumper. He has 8, and it's 46-33, Waynesburg. And again, here's that full court pressure. This time the Panthers go to Robinson, and he breaks the timeline. Almost has the ball picked away, but dribbles underneath, puts it up, good, and he's fouled.
Good basket for Rick Pushkar with a reach-in foul. Robinson took it all the way. Once it was through the 10-second line, he took it all the way. Weave to the right, cut across the middle in the paint. Pushkar grabbing the foul. Robinson makes the field goal, and now a chance for a three-point play.
Eddie Robinson could become, if he had the opportunity, he could become one of the premier players in the NAIA, Frank. In Division II, he may get lost in the shuffle. Let's see. Well, we'll have to take a couple of years to find out.
Eddie's quite a ball player. I don't think he can hold him down anywhere he goes.
And for the foul line, he converts the three-point play. That's 19 for him. 46-36. Waynesburg forecourt. Walls puts on the brakes. Goes to McConnell at the top of the key. Starts inside. Pulls up now. Now baseline. Hogue. Jumper. Yes. McConnell fires in the baseline to Theron Hogue. He hits a little 10-footer. From that point, he's into double figures. The Jackets lead by 12. Again, full court pressure by Waynesburg. They trap Felix. Now a cross-court pass is almost thrown away, and the Panthers finally break the timeline to Deere at midcourt. Deere into forecourt. Deere down the lane, stolen away from behind by McConnell. Timmy goes the other way. McConnell into forecourt. McConnell drives the length of the floor, but a whistle on the play back near midcourt. I never heard it. Neither did McConnell, but a whistle back near midcourt as McConnell was fouled there, and that'll be Waynesburg inbounding it from the side.
Dave Crozier that time reached around, tried to start McConnell as he just passed the 10-second line, and a delayed whistle was going into the lead official, waited for him to blow the whistle, and he did.
Jackets inbounded to Montgomery, right back to Tim on the left side. Now he dribbles into the lane, behind the back pass. Walls from the side, good! McConnell hits him with a behind the back strike. Walls in the corner, pumps it in, 50-36. And again, the relentless full court pressure by Waynesburg. Panthers break it this time to Hannon. Hannon jump shot. He's no good. Rebounds tapped out to McConnell. Jackets on the run again. Timmy into forecourt. Timmy down the lane, in the lane, behind the back pass. Knocked out of bounds by Hannon. Timmy coming down the lane, tried to get a fancy-dancy behind the back pass going, and Hannon was there to knock it away.
And a call was traveling on Joe Hannon, who intercepted it.
So the Jackets now will inbound it from along the baseline. They do to Montgomery. Montgomery with a move and a shot. It no good, and traveling called. It wouldn't have counted anyway. Traveling called on Rob Montgomery.
Defensive calls made by the co-captain, Theron Hogue, who's calling the defense now. It moves back in to it's a man-to-man.
Okay, here's the Panther attack against the man-to-man. Robinson deep in the corner. Now comes back outside around the horn to Felix. To Hannon, right wing. Now low post Robinson in the lane. Knocked away by Walls. Up with the loose ball is Theron Hogue. Ahead to Walls on the break. Up and good. Darren Walls, 14 points. 52-36. Here comes another Waynesburg explosion. They exploded for 17 points unanswered against Houghton the other night to break that game wide open. They're about to do the same thing here. Here's Felix, top of the key for Bradford. Goes to Lubold and a foul call as McConnell going for the steal against Lubold, called for the personal foul.
Team fourth of the second half for the Yellow Jackets, and Timmy McConnell's first foul. One strange thing, he's not scored a field goal in this game. 16:31 remaining, 52-36 the Jackets lead.
Pushkar, after scoring 20 in the first half, goes the first 3.5 minutes here without scoring. Bradford inbounds it to Felix at the foul line. He goes on the wing to Lubold. Now along the baseline to Robinson. Cross-court Hannon. Loose ball. Shot up. No good. Rejected. Up with the basketball is Waynesburg. McConnell to Hogue. Blocked from behind, but goaltending going to be called. Hogue on the end of the fast break had it blocked away from behind, but they say goaltending.
No doubt about it, but the big spectacular play was a blocked shot by Darren Walls on the other end. It started that whole thing. Darren jumped in a straight vertical jump up and rejected it. Theron Hogue getting the goaltending call for a good field goal for Theron Hogue. That's 12 points.
54-36. We're getting set to move inside. 16 minutes to go. We get a whistle away from the basketball. Something happening underneath, and we get a foul on Waynesburg.
Well, working on Theron Hogue that time. He picks up the personal, and that is his third. Team fifth.
So Hogue, the only guy in any kind of foul trouble with 3 as they bring it back outside. The Panthers go to work now on the right with Robinson out there on the wing. Lobbing it down low to Deere. Working against Pushkar. Reverse layup, no good. Rebounds loose on the floor. Up with it is Theron Hogue for Waynesburg. Ahead the Walls into forecourt to McConnell. To Montgomery on the wing. Loses the ball on the way up. Now a steal by Waynesburg. Stolen away by Hogue. They get it to Walls. Walls goes to Pushkar. Fakes the shot from the corner. Back out to McConnell. Right back to Pushkar. He starts inside. Dishes off. And a whistle on the play. Charging called on Rick Pushkar. And again, Robinson is down for Bradford. Very, very slow to get up. He's hurt.
It looks like a knee injury, John. The same type we saw up in Waukegan.
Yeah, it sure does.
And we have, right now, as the time slows down for a substitute, Chuck Collins comes in for Rick Pushkar, who was picked up his 4th personal foul and the team 6th of the ball game. So Chuck Collins comes in, who's been a substitute of magnitude at times, and other times he hasn't been welcome. But I'll tell you what, tonight we'll just keep an eye. Chuck is a good ball player.
Here's the Panthers into forecourt. Felix to the baseline. Turns. Fires. No good. Rebound. Robinson. Put it to the floor and bring it back outside. And they go top of the key to Lubold. Lubold in the lane. Deere shot up good, and he's fouled.
Good move by Ted Deere in the paint and worked the ball in. And Tom Ackerman real happy about that one. Chuck Collins picked up his first personal foul.
So Collins just checking into the ball game. Gets his name mentioned right away. And Deere with the chance now to cut the Waynesburg lead to 15 with 15-15 left in the ball game. And he does that.
Oh yeah, nice release. Ted Deere is a good ball player. 2 great ball players for Bradford.
Jackets quickly into forecourt. They go to Theron Hogue. Jumper, 15-footer, good.
And there's a great player for Waynesburg College. Theron Hogue. He has really come into his own, defense and offense. You can't say enough about him. He's where the ball is.
56-39. Panthers in forecourt. Felix top of the key, lobs it alley-oop underneath Robinson. Good. They execute the alley-oop well. Eddie has 21 points. He's now high in the ball game. Jackets long pass off the inbounds, knocked away, and Robinson there to track it down in backcourt. Long full court pass goes awry for Waynesburg. Here's Panthers into forecourt. Deere has it on the baseline. Goes to top of the key. Lubo, jumper, no good. Rebound tracked down by McConnell. Outside for Waynesburg. Brings it into forecourt. Behind the back in the lane. Hogue baseline. Wall shot up. Good. He's fouled.
That'll be a three-point play for Darren. What a move right there on Hogue in the paint for the assist. Darren's shot was easy compared to what Theron did. And the foul was on Ted Deere, his second.
So Walls will go to the line after a timeout just called by Tom Ackerman of the Panthers coach. 14:23 left to play in the ball game. Waynesburg 58, Bradford 41. Be back in a minute.
Now you're talking Strohs. Now you're talking beer. Now you're talking good times, and Strohs is spoken here.
Country music, good times, and Strohs. Fire brewed for smooth, consistent taste. Now you're talking beer.
Now you're talking Strohs. Now you're talking beer. Now you're talking good times, and Strohs is spoken here. Now you're talking good times, and Strohs is spoken here.
The Stroh Brewery, Allentown, Pennsylvania.
Bill and Irma Rowland of Bartoletti's Restaurant in Fredericktown would like to thank you for your patronage over the past 4 decades. One look at their vast menu and it's easy to see what makes Bartoletti special. Over 100 items including delicious Italian dishes made with their own pasta. For a sandwich or a full meal from 11 a.m. till midnight, stop by Bartoletti's Restaurant, Route 88 in Fredericktown, your special restaurant.
Almost any day, your appetite will say, you got a restaurant.
Closed Sundays for the winter months. 58-46, Waynesburg on top, 14-23 left to play in this basketball game. It's the final tune-up before the playoffs. Exactly when the Jackets play and who they play will be decided tomorrow. The only thing we know for sure is where they'll play. All playoff games involving the Yellow Jackets will be played on this floor, and yes, that includes St. Vincent. If it is to be that St. Vincent and Waynesburg are to meet in the playoffs, the game must be played here. That is a ruling from Kansas City. Walls, three-point play, no. Rebound taken by Deere for Bradford. And now the Jackets peel back as Felix brings it into forecourt. Now they trap him out near the point area. They throw it away. Collins up with a steal, and he walks with the basketball. Ted Collins high in the air to steal the ball, then turns it over just like that.
Jim Julian right on the spot to see the travel. Chuck Collins got up and did a double shuffle when he came down and called for traveling.
Incidentally, Kevin Lee is in to run the attack now for Waynesburg as Tim McConnell is probably out for the rest of the night. He's just being rested by Rudy Marisa. And let's give the sophomore a chance to get some experience. And now working against Walls, it's Eddie Robinson. He finally goes over Walls and hits. Couldn't get by him, so he said, I'll just go over you. And Robinson has 23 tonight. 58-43 is the score. As Lee puts it in motion for Waynesburg on the right side. Goes to Collins on the wing. Collins with a dribble brings it back out. Now pulls up deep in the corner. Back to Collins on the give and go. Charging called on the play. Shot went down. Don't know if it counted or not, but a charge called off the give and go and Chuck Collins.
No basket.
No shot. So it all goes for naught. That was Hogan Collins working the give and go well, but
Eddie Robinson holding his ground in the paint, and he's done it twice and drawn a foul on Pushkar and his substitute Collins. Pushkar with 4 personals and on the bench.
Here's Bradford on the attack and a foul call. No, traveling called. Forced the travel by Waynesburg. The travel that time by Lubold, and I believe it was Kevin Lee that forced him into it.
Exactly right. They technically called a double dribble, but he did travel, so that was right.
All right, Jackets on the attack. They go to Theron Hogue on the right side. Back out around the horn. Collins to Walls. He's open in the corner. Fires no good. Rebound taken by Theron Hogue. He turns. He fires. Good.
What a move by Theron. He has it all. Tough to watch. Got the offensive boards, took it out 4 feet, spun, and put it in. 180 spin.
60-43, the Jackets lead. Half-court trap by Waynesburg, broken by the Panthers. In the lane to Robinson, almost stolen away by Lee. Now picked up by Collins. Collins, long pass, to Hogue is knocked away. Felix there to track it down, and Felix will bring it the other way.
Jerome Felix is quite an athlete for his short stature. He's not a very tall guy. He's a 5'9" or 5'10".
He's listed here as 6'1".
Good luck. He's a little short 6'1", I'll tell you that.
All right, here's Felix on the wing on the right. Lobs it alley-oop underneath, knocked away by Montgomery. Ahead to Lee. Jackets on the run. Lee to Walls on the wing. Drive, shoots, good. Darren Walls with a burst of speed after getting the pass from Lee. Dumps it in. It's 62-43.
Watching him go by was Tim Lubold. Had the best seat in the house. He is quick. Walls is quick.
Again, the half-court trap. Panthers break it deep into the corner to Crozier. He drives the baseline, draws a whistle as he goes inside. And we're going to get a call. It's just knocked out of bounds by Waynesburg. They say to be Panther ball from under their own hoop. The inbounds pass goes to Lubold. Back outside. He stops top of the key, goes to Robinson on the wing on the right side. Looks to Deere down low, can't get it to him. Back to the point to Felix. Over on the left to Lubold. Again, the alley-oop is knocked away by Waynesburg. Up with the loose ball is Lee. Lee in the lane, Hogue. Hogue loses his dribble, gets it back, turns and fires. Yes! There, Ron Hogue now is on fire. He has 20, and it's 64-43. Boy, is he a thoroughbred or what?
Theron gets better and better.
Just a junior, remember. Again, the trap. Again, the Panthers break it to the baseline. A shot up good, but a whistle called, traveling called on the play. Turning it over before the shot is Dave Crozier. So that'll spoil his jumper, and we get another timeout. 11:34 left in the game. Waynesburg 64, Bradford 43. Harry Jackets on top, 11:34 left to play in the basketball game. Last chance before the playoffs for the Yellow Jackets to get everything in gear as they go in defense of their District 18 championship for the third straight timers. Lee up shot, no good. Follow good. Chuck Collins. Lee shot from outside, wouldn't go down, but Collins was there, and it's 66-43.
Chuck Collins playing on the offensive boards. Perfect position for the tip-in.
Okay, so here come the Panthers once again. And again, they trap Deere in the corner. This time he gets it along the baseline. The ball's knocked loose, however, and up with it is Collins for Waynesburg, and he's fouled. Chuck Collins got a mighty shot in the face after taking that errant pass, but it was an accidental contact. But the foul called on the Panthers. That'll be their fourth team foul of the second half.
Jerome Felix caught him right in the face that time. The ball being tipped and tipped and tipped, trying to get the rebound. Chuck Collins finally did grasp it and caught a finger in the eye.
Here's Lee into the corner to Montgomery on the left. Back to Lee in the foul circle. Now goes to Collins into the corner. Walls, jumper good. Darren Walls, 20 tonight for him. I said Hogue had 20 a minute ago. He actually only has 18. I had one bucket too many. Pushkar with 20.
Darren Walls starts catching up in the scoring race.
Sure does. There's Waynesburg. Again, the trap, but the Panthers break it. They go baseline. Robinson, he puts a shot up. No good, but a foul called in the play. I think Theron Hogue going to pick up a personal foul, and Eddie Robinson will probably go to the line.
Theron picks up his fourth personal foul of the ball game, and it's still 10:32 remaining. And the Jackets in a comfortable lead now, but no one is fouled out or any kind of trouble. 68-43, a big 15-point lead for the Yellow Jackets.
And shooting two at the line is Ed Robinson.
Eddie, perfect 3 for 3 from the line tonight.
And the first one's no good.
No one's perfect.
That's right.
3 for 4 Eddie is now. Been playing good game against a tough Jacket defense.
Second one is good. That's 24 tonight for him. 68-44. Waynesburg forecourt. Montgomery handles it for a minute. Goes to Hogue. Now to Lee, top of the key. Lee goes on the right wing to Collins, who's open, who fires. Hit. Chuck Collins drills it from outside. Chuck with 4. And it's 70-44.
Something Rudy Maurice is looking for. The golden shot of Chuck Collins. The perimeter stuff.
Okay, Panthers into forecourt. Back outside of Felix. It goes in the right into the corner to Deere. Low pass down low is knocked away and tracked down in the corner by Lee, but not before he goes out of bounds. Kevin Lee trying to save it from out of bounds. Couldn't do it after the pass in the lane was knocked away, I believe, by Darren Walls.
Jackets lead by 16 as we go into the last 10 minutes of the ball game.
Panthers inbound it to Felix, and they'll bring it back outside. Now to Robinson. Jumper from the corner. No. Rebound, Hogue. Waynesburg flips it to Walls at midcourt. Walls in the lane to Montgomery. Lays it up. No! It's blocked, but goaltending calls. Eddie Robinson there to reject it out of the cylinder. 72-44 the score.
Rob Montgomery makes the field goal.
Look at this. Tim McConnell's coming back in.
Here's what they call it, John. Forget that call. Okay, they're going to call a charge on Rob Montgomery, picking up his second foul, and the goaltending
Will stand.
Will stand. Exactly right. He charged after the shot. The shot does count, so they must come down to the other end to shoot a 1-on-1.
I see. Okay.
You see, because it's not in the act of shooting. The ball was already let go, so it will be a 1-on-1 attempt.
Meantime, while all that was happening, Derek Samuels, Terry Clark, and Tim McConnell checked into the lineup for Waynesburg. Chris Green also in there. The only starter in now is Theron Hogue. So a gang substitution by Rudy Marisa. Looked almost like a hockey game, the way they came running out there. 9:49 left to go in the game. The 1-1 by Bradford, no good. Rebound, Robinson. Robinson lobs it out near midcourt to Felix. Felix goes on the right wing to Lubold in the lane. Robinson, jumper no good, but a foul call.
Didn't get the roll, but he got fouled on the play. Picking up the personal foul is Derek Samuels, his fourth.
Get the feeling it's going to be slow going from here on in.
So with 4 fouls for the Yellow Jackets, Theron Hogue has 4, Rick Pushkar with 4, and now Derek Samuels has 4.
You know, as I look around here, Frank, it's almost a full house in this gym.
It's playoff time, real close.
Robinson makes the first. Panthers, Robinson, corner, jumper, no. Rebound, Waynesburg, Samuels clears it to Lee. Lee's looking for the break. Kevin over the timeline. Lobs it to Green. Green drive, shoots, good! It's Green. Brings it to their feet.
Chris is very, very exciting to watch. And look for him next year to try to get into that starting rotation. It'll be tough, but he'll be making a shot at it.
83-50, Waynesburg. Felix, cross court. Shot up, Lubo, blocked on a foul called on the play. Up to block it, I believe. Was that Collins or Clark? Clark on the block, and Clark also called for the body shot.
Exactly right. It was with a hip to block, but the fan saw hand on ball, which the official looking down low. It's not hard for him. Dave Wiley, a short little guy, and it was easy for him to see that call, John.
It was
nothing matter with
eye level.
Nothing matter with those short guys. He goes to the same barber I do, too.
All right, at
takes
the line.
Too much off the top, right?
Shooting at the line is Lubold. The first is good.
For Terry Clark, his first personal.
Lubold second, no good. Tap up, no good. Rebounds loose, and Samuels comes up with it for Waynesburg. Ahead to Clark into forecourt to Lee. Lee down the lane to stop and pop, no good, but a foul call. Lee pulls up and pops from about the 10-foot area. Draws the foul, will go to the line to shoot 2.
The foul on the play was by Tim Lubold, his fourth. 1-1 in for both teams with 5 minutes and 51 seconds remaining. Checking into the lineup now is Jim Shattuck.
He's a senior, 6'2", from Warren, Pennsylvania.
Leaving is Tim Lubold.
Bradford will go to 7-21 on the season. They will finish the district 4-12, and they will finish the regular season with 14 straight losses. Ouch. Lee makes the first.
Kevin gets his first point of the ball game, 1 for 1 from the line, as the Jackets improve in their free throw shooting.
Second one is also good. Kevin had 10 on Thursday night against Houghton. It's 85-51 now. Waynesburg leads. We're down to 5:45 left to play in the basketball game. And deep in the corner with it for Bradford is McCormick. Pass down low, knocked away, intended for Deere. Deere just lost it out of bounds. They say Waynesburg's ball. Jackets inbounded, long pass Collins, baseline. Does not shoot. Had the shot, didn't take it. Goes to Clark instead, shoots good. Terry Clark with a nice drive. It's 87-51.
When you watch Terry Clark on the baseline line, you wonder how he rides the bench. He's like lightning on the baseline.
I think he could start on a lot of teams in District 18. Turnaround jumper, Deere, no good. Bradford rebounds Samuels ahead to Lee. Jackets on the run. Lee running the attack, flips it in the lane. Samuels, good! Foul call!
Kevin really has come onto his own after he's getting some playing time. Great play. And the fouling is Ted Deere, his third.
That brought the whole bench up, the whole Yellow Jacket bench up, hooping and hollering after that one. Samuels will be at the line with a chance for a three-point play, but we get a timeout. 5:06 left to play in the game. Waynesburg 89, Bradford 51. Be back in a minute.
Derek Samuels misses the free throw.
All right, here we come into forecourt, 89-51. The score, Bradford into forecourt, and a foul called. Chris Green reaching in against Felix, and now Felix will go to the line.
Chris Green has only been in a short time and scored 8 points and has 2 personal fouls. He's played the whole game.
Just received word another school record has fallen. Frank Rick Pushkar has broken Mike Taylor's season shooting percentage record. Taylor shot 61.4% in the 78-79 season. Pushkar finishes this year 63%. And the missed foul shot, no good. Waynesburg into forecourt, shot up Samuels, no good. Rebound Bradford in backcourt with it is Crozier, 89-51.
And if you wonder why Bradford's not substituting, they only brought 8 players with them.
And around the horn it goes. Felix into the corner, shot up Crozier, blocked by Samuels on the rejection. And the Panthers will inbound it from the side.
He nearly took the second row out in college gym. What a rejection.
Off the inbounds play, they go in the corner. Robinson, jumper, no. Rebound Collins, Waynesburg ahead to Lee. Jackets on the run. Lee flips it into forecourt to Clark. Clark walks to the ball. Had to go down low, tried to save it from out of bounds. Did so, but the pivot foot slid along the floor.
And it touched the line, so inbounded by Jerome Felix. Jerome Felix played the whole game, has not scored.
89-51 the score. Jackets into forecourt. Big hand now as Ellis gets us to check in for Waynesburg. Into forecourt it comes. Pass down low, knocked away. Walking called on the Panthers.
Tony Ellis comes in the game for Chuck Collins. And we should be seeing J.P. Griffith in a minute to polish it off. He's our century man. And if he comes in, we may get 100 points.
Must be a busload of Wash High fans across the way, Frank. They just went wild when Ellis checked into the lineup. Ellis brings it into forecourt, goes to Lee in the corner, right side to Green. Green back to Ellis, around the horn. Lee in the lane to Clark, turnaround jumper, good. Terry Clark with a lefty move. Terry now has 7 on the night. It's 81-51.
Well, it's just the end of the season, Joe. Those are Waynesburg people cheering for Tony Ellis, and they're letting him have it. Boy, that's great to see. The whole community's into this game and into the team.
Yep. And here's Bradford on the attack, comes back outside. Now low post, stolen away by Lee. Lee in the forecourt to Ellis. Ellis on the break, drive, shoots, he's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
And he was really hammered by Jerome Felix, who helps him up. Good sportsmanship in this game. Chris Bills and J.P. Griffith come in. Tony Ellis will go to the line for a 1-and-1.
You know, I thought that score was wrong when I said 81-51. That couldn't be right. Now they've changed it. It is 91-51 Yellow Jackets. And Ellis is at the line to shoot 2.
I was hoping so, too, because at 5:06 remaining in the game, it was 89-51.
Can't take them away.
Yeah,
all right, so here's Tony Ellis shooting 2 from the free throw line. Tony, an 80% free throw shooter off the bench this year, and the first is good. Second one, Ellis, also perfect. 93-51. Jackets look like they're easily going to go over 100 tonight. May even double the score. Panthers, baseline Robinson, can't get anything inside. Now puts it to the floor, brings it back to Felix. Felix, cross court to Shattuck. Shattuck, cross court again, knocked away in the lane by Griffith for Waynesburg. Ahead to Samuels, to Lee, drive, shoots, good. Kevin Lee on the money end.
Wow, what a nice move by Kevin Lee, using his body to protect himself. Went in and drove into the layup.
95-51. We've just ticked under 3 minutes to go in the game as Bradford gets a shot baseline, up and good by Crozier. Jackets now walking over the timeline as Lee will set something up, and he moves on the right side, has Bills in the corner, goes there. Chris Bills fires from the corner, no good. Rebound Robinson for Bradford.
Robinson has to be tired. He's played this whole game. He went down once for a 1-minute rest and halftime, and that was it.
Robinson has it on the wing on the right side. Now goes into the lane, turnaround shot up, no good. Rebound taken by, well, it goes out of bounds. It'll be Waynesburg's ball.
Technical
touch by Robinson. Robinson called for a technical foul. Little words with the official, so we'll have a Yellow Jacket at the line to shoot the technical. And then the Waynesburg Yellow Jackets will get it back at midcourt.
It's frustration more than anything, John, on
and look at this, they're sending J.P. Griffith to the line to shoot the technical. Frank, the story on that, he's 100% from the free throw line this year, 2 for 2 on the season. And first, the technical's no good. So that spoils that. He will not finish the year 100%. He is now 2 for 3 on the year. And Waynesburg inbounds it from midcourt. Lee inbounds it in the corner to Samuels. Derek puts it to the floor, back out to Kevin. Low post to Bills, and he walks with the ball. Chris Bills dancing in the lane, and Bradford will get it back.
Well, you see frustration on the eyes of the Bradford players. They just want to get it over with now.
Oh, man, they want to get this whole year over.
They're going back tonight, and it's 5 iron.
Okay, here's a shot blocked from behind by Ellis, but a foul called. Up for the shot is Shattuck. Ellis whacked him, so Jim will go to the line to shoot 2.
It was a hip shot that time more than the whack, and Ellis picks up his first foul.
Yellow Jacket basketball at their end of the floor. 50 seconds left to play in the game. Jackets look like they may not go over 100 now. They go to Lee, and I believe he turned it over. Yes, Kevin Lee walks with the basketball with 45 seconds to go.
And the Yellow Jackets, very successful, as John said, 24-1, and also 15-0 in District 18.
How about 16?
16 tonight. No, I'm sorry, 16 tonight. That's it.
Here's Robinson from deep in the corner for Bradford. Good. Eddie Robinson drills it from deep in the corner. He finishes the night with 28 points. With 30 seconds to go, baseline Bills for Waynesburg. Chris goes up, and he's hammered. Chris goes to the floor. As he gets up, he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Eddie Robinson committed the foul, his third.
More about those high school playoffs. The boys play Southmoreland High at Ringgold on Tuesday night. Our airtime 8:15. Wednesday, Frank and I will be at Greensburg-Salem High. That's where the Waynesburg Central girls play East Allegheny. Airtime there will be 7 o'clock. Bills makes the first of 2 from the line. Only Jacket who has not scored tonight, J.P. Griffith, and here's Tim McConnell. Yeah, he didn't score either. Second one, Bills, is also good. 97-61. Last possession of the ball game, I believe, as the clock ticks down inside 20 seconds to go. Bradford deep in the corner. A bomb from that point. No good. Rebound out of bounds. Waynesburg's ball with 15 seconds left.
Eddie Robinson still jumping way up high for the rebound, but knocked out, and he touched the last.
15 seconds to go as Ellis brings it into forecourt. Goes down low to Bills, turns and fires, no good. Rebound Robinson for Bradford with 8 seconds to go. Robinson into forecourt. Robinson in the lane, fires, 4 seconds to go, no good. Rebounds loose in the corner. Robinson at the buzzer, no good. That is the end of the ball game. The final score, Jackets win it 97-61. They finished the year with an incredible 24-1 record. They finished the season winning their last 16 in a row. They are 16-0 in District 18. And they head for the playoffs, the number 1 seed, of course, in District 18. And they may be number 7 or 6 in the nation after the final weekly NAIA poll comes out on Monday afternoon. We'll give Frank Busick 3 minutes to get his arithmetic in order, and then when we come back, we'll recap this thing. But first, let's take this 3-minute timeout. Come back to College Gym in Waynesburg. Jackets have finished up the regular season in style, winning this one going away, 97-61. And the big story tonight, I guess, for Waynesburg, the 20 points by Pushkar and Walls and the 18 by Theron Hogue. The big story for Pitt Bradford tonight, Eddie Robinson. This guy, a sophomore out of Philadelphia, next year a legitimate All-American candidate, I believe. He had 28 points and 18, count them, 18 rebounds tonight. He was averaging 12.5 rebounds a game coming into tonight. Good enough to be 9th in the nation. He may move up even higher than that come Monday when the new stats are announced. As you could imagine with a score this high, an awful lot to figure out in the scorebooks, but I believe Frank Busick is just about finished with that work. So, Frank, you ready? No, I guess not. So we won't go to Frank, but what we're going to do is take another 1-minute timeout. We'll be back in 60 seconds after this. And with the scorebook in hand is Frank Busick. Frank, how did it turn out?
We had Eddie Robinson for Pitt Bradford tonight for their 61 points. He had 28 of them and, as reported, 18 rebounds. Quite a floor game for Robinson, who only rested about a minute or so after he went down with a slight injury after drawing a charge from Rick Pushkar. And Dave Crozier had 6 points, 2 in the first half, 4 points in the second half. Joe Hannon did not score in the game. Mike McCormack had a field goal in the second half for 2 points. Jerome Felix, he was 0 for 3 from the free throw line, did not score, played the whole game. Tim Lubold came in with 5 points, and 1 of them in the second half, 4 in the first half. He was 1 for 3, 4 from the charity stripe, 1 for 4. And Ted Deere had 16 points, double figures for 10 in the first half, 6 in the second half. He shot 4 for 5 from the free throw line. As a team, the Bradford shot 13 for 21 from the line. Also, Jim Shattuck had 4 points to round out for their 61. For the Yellow Jackets, Tim McConnell did not score in the ball game. Darren Walls had 18 points, 6 in the first half, 12 in the second half, 0 for 1 from the free throw line. Theron Hogue, player of the game, in with 18 points, a perfect 2 for 2 from the free throw line, 8 field goals and 2 free throws for Theron Hogue, 18 points. Rick Pushkar, tremendous game, had 20 points in the first half, did not score in the second half, was in foul trouble with 4 points, 0 for 1 from the free throw line. And no, that's wrong. He didn't shoot a free throw. He has 20 points in the first half without a free throw. And Rob Montgomery, 5 points in the game, 1 for 2 from the line. Derek Samuels, 9 points in the game, 1 for 3 from the line. Chuck Collins, 4 points in the second half, all from the floor. Chris Green, 8 points in the game, 2 for 4 from the free throw line. Terry Clark, 1 for 3 from the line, and a total of 7 points in the game. Kevin Lee had 4 points, and he was 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Chris Bills had a pair of free throws, perfect 2 for 2 from the line, and 2 points. Tony Ellis with a pair of free throws, 2 for 2, and 2 points in the game. J.P. Griffin did not score, shot 0 for 1 from the line. The Jackets, as a team, tried 24 free throws and made 15 of them. And for their 24th win out of 25 contests, tremendous 97-61 victory here at College Gym. And now it's just sit back and wait and see who they play in the first game of the playoffs, and they'll all be here in Waynesburg, John.
Okay, that will be decided, by the way, tomorrow morning. A meeting at Point Park College will be held with all the athletic directors and basketball coaches from the district, and they will set the pairings and the schedule for the upcoming District 18 playoffs. We hope to have information on that late tomorrow afternoon or early tomorrow evening. For sure, we will have it on our news on Monday morning for you. So tune in Monday morning to WANB News, and we'll have all the information, including hopefully where tickets can be purchased in advance. I would think, judging from the crowd here tonight, which was a near capacity crowd, I would think this year in Waynesburg, even if you've never done it before, this year you should buy your playoff tickets in advance, just so you're not disappointed, because a near capacity crowd here for the final game of the season would indicate to me that once the playoffs get here, particularly if we reach the semifinals or the finals, this will be a turn-away crowd here at College Gym, and we don't want you to be one of those turned away. And I know you don't want that either. And just a reminder, of course, we'll follow the Jackets all the way through the playoffs live on WANB FM 103. Okay, this is John Lopers speaking for Frank Busick, saying so long from College Gym, the new rec center in Waynesburg. Again, the final score here tonight, Yellow Jackets 97.